Let's just talk about most relationship problems aren't communication issues, they're expectation issues.
That's
Wow.
true. It's
Wow.
very true.
Wait, we were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
We
What do
really
y'all
were.
think?
I think a lot of people, especially myself included, expectations are good, but to a certain level. I think you can have expectations, but it's how high you set the bar. If you set the expectation too high and he's not a performer in any way, then you're just going to be disappointed. But also, if you set the expectation but you have to match it by being like, he has to know he has an expectation to go by. Because you can't just be like, in your mind, I'm expecting this. No, you got to be like, okay, I'm expecting this and I want this.
Well, I think if you got to try that hard in it, I don't think it's going to work anyway from the jump.
Well, it's
I think if you just go in it without any expectation at all, and you don't even sit down and say like, hey dude, I expect this to turn into a relationship, then I don't think it's going to work. I think if you just kind of let it go, and then if it happens, it happens.
It depends on the expectation too. Because if you're going on a date, obviously we all know we're expecting, like, that person is expecting an outcome from it. But if you... Well, I mean, it's dating. If you're going on a date, I expect either it to go somewhere or it not to go somewhere.
Most of the time you expect it to either go good or go bad, right?
Right. So that is an expectation, but what I mean by communicating the expectation is like, okay, if you expect or want a guy to do a certain thing or a certain action, and he's not living up to that and it bothers you in a way, then you need to communicate that. You need to say, hey, I expect, like, when we go out, for you, maybe it might be to open the door, or, first of all, if he ain't opening the door, move on. I mean, some people are like...
Do y'all say one of communication or expectation is more important? One is more important than the other? Or
communication?
I think it's all about communication. Communication is key. Like, you got to communicate how you feel. And I'm sitting here saying that, but I need to do more of that.
I think they go kind of hand in hand. Like, yes, you need to communicate. You need to communicate, especially like if you're expecting a certain expectation, and especially depending on what it is. But if you don't communicate what the expectation is and you still expect the expectation to get delivered and it's not, it's just going to give you a bunch of frustration. So you need to learn how to talk about, like, how that expectation can be achieved, or how the other person can...
Because
that's why I don't agree with your statement. I think communication is the problem over expectation all day long.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows how to just sit down and say, like, hey, this is how I feel, or like, hey, I'm not cool with this. Everybody just has the expectation, tries to, drop little hints and signs, and instead of just saying, like, hey, dude, this is not cool.
Yeah, and that all reverts back to if the expectation isn't being achieved, then you communicate it. And if it's still not being achieved, then you have to really dig deep and, is that what you want or not want?
I feel like most people, probably especially in like the beginning of early stage relationships, people won't fully communicate how they feel, or like if an expectation isn't being met that they want to be met. Mm-hmm. That they'll, instead of communicating it, they'll just hold it in and keep getting frustrated with this, whatever it is, over and over and over again, until they just blow up and burst, and it turned into a bigger disaster instead of just communicating it up front when it became a problem the first go round.
And I think I struggle with that, especially in the dating world, because I'm like, no, I don't want to scare them away. I I don't want to say anything. No, sometimes you gotta just say it because I've blown up several times and it's gone worse for me than just speaking your mind. And that is, honestly, that results in every relationship, not just dating. I think that's family, friends, just any kind of work, anything. You have an expectation. If it's not living up to your expectation, you need to communicate it. Or you will go insane.
I agree.
Yep.
So that's why I always say communicate an expectation
Hand in hand.
hand in hand.
Awesome.
Well, we need to introduce ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to happen.
Well, everyone, I'm Alex.
I'm Abby.
And I'm Cam.
Welcome to Hey Tootie, the group chat out loud.
Yep. The
Welcome,
podcast
welcome.
that finally made it out the chat.
We definitely made it out the chat. How we feel about that?
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah! We made it out the chat, all right? Everyone's like, oh, we went on a... Wait, what is it? We go on vacation and the vacation made it out the group chat? Well, hey, the podcast made it out the group chat.
Hey.
Finally.
We are so excited to introduce this to y'all. It's unscripted. It's just us sitting here as three friends who met 8 years ago, taking our group chat.
We
and
met 8
They
years
met
ago.
8 years ago.
Y'all met 5 years ago.
Right, we met 5 years ago.
Tomato.
I met him, then he introduced me to her.
Yeah, his favorite.
Yeah.
His favorite thing in life is me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we met 5 to 8 years ago between the three of us, and we have a group chat, and we just put all of our thoughts, feels, drama,
We
relationship,
ignore each other.
We ignore each other a lot. Yeah.
Ignoring is a big thing. I wouldn't say ignoring. I would say taking 48 to 72 business days to respond.
Yeah, we respond.
Yeah.
It just when we get a chance.
But you know
We
what?
have business hours.
But
Yeah.
honestly, you know what? I say 48 to 72 business hours, but I say that with the intention of, I think as friends, I don't need you up my butt. So, and you don't need...
We're also neighbors. So,
Right.
that kind of plays into it as well.
We've always gone into phases, though, where we've been
Yeah.
up each other's butts. We've lived together,
Right.
basically, and then we'll take breaks, and not necessarily breaks, but we'll go in our hibernation modes
Yeah.
where we don't want to see or talk to anyone. And then we get in that mode where we're like, oh, let's get back out into the world. And
Right. But I also feel like as a friend group, I think we balance each other out pretty well because I don't need to text y'all every day. I don't need to see y'all every day. And if we see each other for a couple days and then we don't talk for a week or two and
3
then a
weeks.
month or something like that, I'm fine. Like
I'm good with it too.
It's called evolving in a
Yeah.
friendship. And I think a lot of people in today's society are like,
Well, I think I would call it a grown friendship. It's not
Right.
like a college,
Right.
young people friendship. It's one of those like, hey, if you need me, you know where I live, call me and I'll come help you. But I mean, we don't have to talk every day. We don't have to
Or,
always be hanging
hey,
out.
do you want to go to dinner or do
Yeah.
you want to do something?
morning coffee.
Morning
coffee
coffee
is a big one for
yes,
us.
we
Yeah.
love our morning coffee. That's where we spill the tea.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like a lot of people in life have gone through phases of friendships where they want to text me every day, they want to call me every day, they want to FaceTime me every day, and I'm just not that person, and they get so mad and angry at you because you're not like communicating with them every day, or you're not going up their butts 24. And I'm like, I'm not that friend. I want a friend who, and I don't want to say I want them around when I want them around. It's more of a, I want you all the time, but I want my space as well. I want my me time, my space, my time.
And we have our boundaries that we all can kind of
Right.
sense. Like,
Yeah.
you know
Boundaries.
when I don't want to hang out or don't want to communicate.
Right. When you
And
don't
same with-
communicate, speaks loud
Yeah.
to me. When you're not communicating, that's when I know, like, all right,
I'm just in my mood where I need a break.
Right. And I know, and I just.
And not necessarily a break from you, just like a break in general.
from-
like,
in
just
general,
from
being
people in
social.
general.
Right.
Like, I just want to have peace
Right.
and quiet
And I'm like
and
that
just
too.
enjoy my alone time.
Right. What?
It's kind of like that expectation. Like,
Right.
you know what to expect
Right.
when I go into that mood.
Right.
Or kind of vice versa. I mean,
Right. I don't know what I do when I go in that mood. What do I do? What do I do?
I don't think you have that.
I don't know. You just stay so busy all the time, and when you're
Yeah.
not busy, you're sleeping because you either just got off of work, or, I mean, you're literally
Yeah.
exhausted. But you're always on the go, so
You don't really.
I don't feel like you have that mood.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in that mood, I just feel like you move on and go to the next person or like the next friend group or whatever it is, because you're just that person that's always active, always on the go. Where I'm not. Like, I like to stay home. I like to go out and do things.
Right.
But I also like to stay home and do my own thing too.
And I feel like I go through phases. Like I'm always either super, super busy or I'm more like, no, I'm staying home. And lately, I will have to say, I have been more homebodied and sleeping a lot. I had all those weddings and I wasn't able to make some due to sickness and stuff. But I also realized wow, I need to be home because I'm mentally and physically exhausted. So I've been trying to be home more. I don't feel like I've been out, but in the past I have been out more.
Kind of helps rebalance your peace.
Right.
It all goes back to peace. You can feel when your peace is slowly getting away from you, and you're like, grab it back.
Mm-hmm.
Grab it back.
Well,
Because once you find it, you don't want to let it go.
Yep.
No, you don't.
Let's take a break.
So a lot of people now are like, oh, we're in the talking phase. Oh, we're just communicating. I don't know. All these 500,000 phases of dating. No, boo. We either dating in a relationship or we're nothing. We're dating. We're going on dates. We're getting to know each other. There is no talking and then dating and then in a relationship. No. If we're going on dates, we're actively dating. Okay? I don't
agree.
I don't agree with that.
No.
No,
Because
when you meet
no.
someone, you're not straight into dating. You
But if
have
we're
to talk to
going-
them and get to know them.
Yeah,
What
but
if they
that
don't
is-
like
but
you?
That's
not considered dating.
But that's called dating.
No.
No.
That's the
I
talking
have
phase.
talked to several people, and we all feel like that. If we're actually going on dates,
No. After
But
3,
what-
yes.
no, because
But you can't expect somebody to just become completely.
But what do you
After
say when you
one.
go on a date? I'm going on a date. What is that? Dating. And then once you're wanting to fully be in a relationship with that person, it's called a relationship.
Okay. So, yeah. But dating is not, in that sense, then dating is not anything about being exclusive.
No, it's not.
So
Dating
they can do
is-
what they want to do, and if they don't,
Right.
if they take 2 or 3 days to
Right.
respond, oh well.
Right. But then that gives you your answer. Because I feel like there is no talking phase. We're talking, we're communicating through this. And I feel like if you dating is not a commitment. Dating is just we're going on dates, we're getting to know each other, we're getting to vibe with each other, we're figuring out if we like each other. And then
Explain why there's no talking phase.
But I don't like when people call it talking because it's not. You're dating. You're actively going on dates with this person. If you're exclusive,
Well, but I mean, it could
then
have many
it's called in a
different ways,
relationship.
though, because you can be talking with someone, and you go to Chili's and you sit down and you eat and you're just talking, and then you go your separate ways at the end of the day. I mean, that's just talking. Just because you went.
So you call
or you went
call
to a
going to
movie.
Chili's and eating a 2 for $2 talking?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, let's see. This is what it says. There's a distinct difference between talking to someone and dating them. A precursor to dating. Often used as the trial period between friendship and officially dating. Safe distance allows individuals to reveal an idealized version of themselves with minimal risk of rejection. The transition point. Many modern daters consider the transition from talking to dating to happen the moment the first actual in-person date takes place. Okay, well, you might be right.
You
I
go to
still don't agree.
You go to Chili's and get a 2 for $20 and you're talking. No, boo. If you go in the Chili's and getting a 2 for $20 and he's paying, that's called a date.
Dating.
And you're dating.
In-person connection. Dating is marked by face-to-face vulnerability, how someone treats a waiter, their punctuality, and their physical chemistry. What? Integration into life and exclusivity. Okay.
Well,
don't
this
agree.
is
So the minute you meet in person and go on a date, then it's dating?
I still don't
I
agree with that.
know.
I mean,
I think we should just agree to disagree. It's a hot take.
we went to the Mexican restaurant today, and that's not a date. That's we just sat down and talked. So it's like the same principle. You know, if you have
was a
somebody,
date.
we had a friend date.
no, if you had somebody that you're friends with, and you go eat lunch with them,
Yeah,
You're just
it's not a date. But if
talking.
you're going romantically
no, it is
to a
but it's-
restaurant and eat with
Okay,
someone,
but
that
you
is
don't
a date.
have romance from the jump. Well,
You
you're not
don't.
supposed to.
You-
As soon as you match with somebody, it's not, ooh, I love you, ooh, let me get in your pants. It's, hey, what you doing? Hey, what do you do for work? Where
I
do
don't
you
know.
live?
There's some
What,
psycho people
you know,
like that.
stuff like that. And then you go and maybe you go eat or you go do something together as a way to get to know each other. And then after 2, maybe 3, then it's like, okay, well, yeah, we're dating because we've done a few things and we've gone a few places. We know each other pretty well.
Just call it the get to know each other phase.
I mean, call it what you want, but
I mean, I think everyone has their own perception of it. I just feel like, in my point of view, I don't have to be romantically like kissing all over you, loving you, affectionate for you. But if we're going to get to know each other on a personal level and you're taking me out on the town, it's called a date. Or we're dating. And we might not be exclusive till we're in a relationship, but we're dating because we're going on a date. And it's called a date at first, but if you go on several, you're dating.
I think that would scare people away.
So somebody, if your
Because-
friends or something asked you, like, what are y'all? And you just like, we're relationshiping?
No. We're just
dating?
I wouldn't put one label on it. I would just say we're feeling each other out. We're seeing where it goes. Like we're dating. I guess if that's the word, we're dating, but not in a relationship.
I just feel like that can cause problems though, because let's say you match with a guy today,
Crazy.
and then on Friday, y'all go eat lunch, and then he, overhears you talking to somebody. Just say he overhears you talking to your friend, and you say, "Oh yeah, we're dating." That guy might run for the hills because he thinks you're like pushing it, because
He's gonna think you crazy.
Because to other people, dating means you are in a relationship with that person.
But at the same time, if he's running for the hills, he ain't the one for me. Because if you can't come and have an honest conversation and hear my perception of it and be like, hey, I heard you tell this person we're dating, I don't feel that way. And I'd be like, well, my perception is we're just going on dates, talking, getting to know each other, getting to on that connection one-on-one. I feel like that's dating. We're not in a relationship, but we're dating because we've gone on several dates and we're getting to know each other. But if he's running for the hills, baby, he got commitment issues or some kind of issue because he ain't the one for me.
I do agree with that. He needs to.
He needs to be a man.
But at the same time, you could save yourself the headache by just not calling it dating.
But maybe that might save me a headache in general because he's gonna be gone. I think we're gonna have to let them decide, because I think this is just one of those agree to disagree moments.
What do y'all say the difference between dating and talking and relationshiping? What's y'all takes on
Relationship-ing.
all of that process?
Relationshiping.
I
How do y'all feel the phases are? Because I feel like, and Cam feel like we feel differently.
I just know that if I heard Alex say we were dating 3 or 4 days after the first time we met in person,
We weren't dating. We were married.
Yeah, y'all moved
We
in after
moved
the
in
first night.
After we met that same night.
we did. Okay, I guess I probably shouldn't.
Packed a bag and never
like
left.
Yeah, because we're like a 1 in a million situation.
Sitting here
there.
telling me about the dating thing.
We skipped the talking, the dating phase, and we just went to marriage. we married.
Matched. I ignored him for a week. I messaged him. He came over same night, and then he never left. Here we are, 5 plus years later. And the most we've been apart was when you were working and like traveling out of state. That's a week at a time.
And that's crazy because most people are like, "Oh, we moved in after 3 months. People judge us," and I'm like thinking to myself, "Yeah, my friends moved in the first date together. Like
we didn't even go on a date.
I think
No.
I think 3 months is okay.
No, the date was just coming over.
Yep.
I think by week 2,
The date was just driving there. The FaceTime was the date.
Yep.
The driving there was a date.
I think it's worth mentioning that the drive there for him was at night. What, you got there like 11:30 or later than that?
No, you dared me that I wouldn't go over. It was like midnight already, and I said, "Betcha I will." Packed a bag, zoomed over there. I got there at like almost 1 a.m.
Was it 1?
Yeah, it was late.
I don't remember it being that late.
It was late.
I remember
That
I was
was
watching
wild,
like a scary
then.
movie. I do remember that.
Walked in with a bag and never left.
Where did you park the first time?
Down the street.
Oh, just randomly somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just on the street. I think I had to go
Love
move my
at
car so I didn't
first
get towed or
sight.
something the next
Yeah.
morning or something. I don't know.
And then you never left. Stayed in New Orleans, and I remember the
Got to live my New Orleans dream
Oh, for a whole year.
for a whole year.
I remember the
During
day-
the worst time to live in New Orleans during COVID when nothing was going on.
You live there rent free. It's okay.
Yeah.
I remember the first time
He was my
told,
sugar daddy.
I remember the first time he told me about you. I was like, gosh, where the... You were so secretive about it, too.
Well, he wasn't out yet
Abby kept saying,
to everybody.
is he, I'm sorry, what's their name? Kept going back between he and they. He and they.
Well,
He's like, I'm sorry, I don't want to assume it's a he.
Well...
That's a whole different story
That's
for
fair.
another time.
Yeah. Anyway, now that we've agreed to disagree, I think that's probably a good place to stop us for today. What y'all think?
I
Yeah?
think so. I think
Cool.
now they just need to comment on what they want to see, what they want to hear. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next episode, Tooties.
Bye, Tootie.
Bye, Tootie.